United Uncle here. Hopefully life and well. Today we're going to talk about the weekly updates, what happened at Manchester United. From the links, transfer links, Carrington, the game against Fiorentina, the return of David De Gea. And also my thoughts. Are we ready for the new season? Just give me a bit of your time. Yes, as we start, we also the new Carrington. As I told you, this is week in one. The new training facilities of Carrington. Surely, if you didn't watch my previous video when I was explaining about the Carrington facilities, please just go on the link below. And also feel free to go to all Manchester United platforms. You can see other videos which maybe I'm not able to show you. But the thing is a marvel to watch. There's one specific thing or detail which amazed me. That the moment a player goes to the urinal, to the toilet or bathroom, whatever you want to call it, automatically his urine is sent for samples and you get an instant nutrition value of the player who just used the toilet. On top of all other facilities, that one, it caught my eye. We played a game against Fiorentina. The match ended 1-1 and we won on penalties 5-4. Ite Bindia with one save. He's actually very good when it comes to penalties. It was a match which our legend returned to Old Trafford, which is David De Gea. He was given a recognition award or whatever frame by our captain, Bruno Fernandes, who was representing Manchester United. It was a good sight to see everyone applauding David De Gea. He left so early. We really wanted him to stay longer, but I guess it wasn't going to be. But nevertheless, at least where he is, he can appreciate that the Manchester United faithfuls and the club offered him something. Then we talk of transfer rumors. Chelsea have opened talks with Sancho. With the Garnacho. They want Garnacho, but the problem is the valuation. Chelsea value Garnacho at £30 million. Man United, they value him at more than 50. Judging with the amounts which are going on for other players around, these 50, 60 million pounds, I think Chelsea need to up their game. Garnacho only wants Chelsea. I've watched Chelsea play. Chelsea, they control the ball. They work in tight spaces. I don't know how Garnacho suits in that system. Is it just because he's from Argentina? Enzo Maresca, Argentina? I don't know. Do Chelsea really need Garnacho? Garnacho prefers a team which plays on a low block. You know, Tottenham now is got the Brentford coach. Obviously, they are not going to play a high line. They're going to play a bit of a low block. Those are the teams which suits Garnacho, not Chelsea. Just saying. Sancho is just waiting for Juventus. Malaysia, nothing new. Then there is also a surprise move about Rasmus, that AC Milan want to take him on a loan with an option or whatever obligation to buy. People are talking that Jason Wilcox has got this issue that he only gives 2 years for a player to prove himself. So Rasmus have passed that. My take on that, I would say Rasmus must not go. He should compete with sesko. Because there is no guarantee that Benjamin Sesko is going to just hit the ground. You know how these things with strikers, you need to score in your first or second game. The moment you don't do that, it becomes pressure on you and you can go a long time. We saw that pressure on Rasmus. Hopefully, it's not going to happen to Benjamin Sesko. Then, I'm talking about the man himself, Benjamin Sesko. He was unveiled. It was quick. We bought him. He only wanted to come to Manchester United. His agent promised him from the early ages that you're going to play for Manchester United. And his dream was realized. The guy is tall. Hopefully, it will translate to goals. All those new signings, Sesko, Kuna, Leon, Mbeuma, they were unveiled at Old Trafford. It was a blessing to see. Surely, we've got a good team in terms of attacking options. We're only short in midfield, which comes to this name, Baleba. Who is a Baleba? We are seeing that trend going on Twitter and everything. We need Baleba or someone of that caliber. All our defensive players are not fast enough. All our defensive midfield players, they don't have high speed. They don't have high energy. We need someone with the caliber of Baleba. Otherwise, this excitement of just having attacking players, it will work on other teams which are afraid of Manchester. But those teams who are able to maintain the ball, those teams who are able to have possessions, who are quick, you know, the midfield. I always talk of the midfield of Newcastle, Tonali, Gimalesh, and Linton. I always talk of, now we've got this one, Zubamendi and Rice. Those type of midfield, Manchester United cannot match with those guys. We've got bowlers, people who are able to detect play, who are able to pass and things like that. But when it's time for doing the hard work, the likes of Bruno, Maino, all of them, they can't handle it. Then we go to Casemiro, he's now slow. His legs are gone. Ugarte, I don't know. I think he's just confident. Only confidence is killing him. I don't know what's happening with Ugarte. Also, there's this link that we're linked to Donarumma. Manchester United want Donarumma. PSG, they got a new keeper and they want to sell Donarumma. If it was me, I'll go for that deal. That guy is a natural upgrade. Automatically is an upgrade from what we have now. I always said, if we can't get a goalkeeper, I prefer Heaton to be our number one. If someone want to prove me wrong or he's got a comment about this, please write down. Is Onana better than Heaton? Onana is a character, but to me, he's not better than Heaton. So if you can't get a goalkeeper, let's go for Heaton. Otherwise, we are not yet ready to challenge for the Premier League. We are not yet ready. The team we've got, it will bring us back to top 10. But as of challenging those top teams, with this midfield we have, we are not yet ready. We are not yet ready. On Tuesday, the 12th, we are launching the other kit. It has been leaked. I actually saw someone with that kit at Old Trafford, but it hasn't been launched. It hasn't been launched, so just wait for that kit. It's actually a beautiful one. Adidas, they did a number of that one. It's actually a beautiful kit. I've said everything which I wanted to say. Are we ready for the Premier League? We are not yet that ready. I'll give it maybe 60%. Attacking wise, we're okay. defense okay, but keeper, I still have got doubts on the keeper. We need a midfielder, someone who's able to carry the ball, someone who's able to control, and when we're in trouble, someone who's able to retrieve us. My major worry with Baleba, I don't know. I don't know which term you can use in English, but I've got a belief that Manchester United, the only reason maybe they might not go for Baleba. If they go for Baleba, we're going to see Onana going. Because now we've got a lot of our brothers, our African players. Judging with what Amrabat said, one of the reasons which they didn't sign him on permanent, it was because he's from Africa. Not that Manchester United are xenophobic or racist or what, but there's this fact that there's the AFCON. They don't want to lose a lot of players at once. So if we get Baleba, it means we've got Onana, Baleba, Mbeumo, Ahmad, and also there's a Kone. How many? 5 or so African players, which you can lose for 2 months. Because all of them, they are playing for those big African teams. In this case, which is Cameroon, for these 3 guys. Then Ivory Coast for Ahmad, Kone, Senegal. All of them, they are playing for big African teams. So there's this guarantee that they're going to go far when it comes to the AFCON. Then lastly, the lineup for the game against Arsenal. Our first game, we were at home against Arsenal. Win or draw at all costs. Because if we lose, all our things, all our plans, they are derailed. And all those Ameron out people, they'll start again. So, the lineup for the game against Arsenal, depending no one is injured, I'll say the first lineup which started against Fiorentina is the one which is supposed to start with on Sunday when we play Arsenal. The man himself is supposed to be on the bench. Let him see what's happening. Let him develop that hunger. Because people are going to make it a Jokeres versus the Sesko show. But let Sesko be on the sub. So the lineup which I put here is the one which I prefer. Guys, what I'm saying about Mount is high pressing. A fit Mount is going to be difficult to leave out. Then we've got Bruno, who's also difficult to leave out. Then Maino, who's going to take the academy place. Is it going to be Heaven? Heaven, we saw him. Was he injured or is sharp? A lot of questions which are unanswered. Please, don't forget to watch my previous videos. I've got links below about our transfer window, about our updates. This is your United Uncle. I thank you. Out.